Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about finite verbs and non-finite verbs. I have never made any video on these finite verbs and non-finite verbs. And this concept is completely different and it's going to be interesting. So what are finite verbs? Finite verbs help us to identify the tense of an action. So in English we have total 3 tenses, right? Past, present, future. So these finite verbs help us to identify the tense of a statement or a sentence or an action, right? This is the first point. Finite verbs agree to the subject of the sentence. In a sentence, if the subject is singular, then we have to use the singular verb. If the subject is plural, then it is followed by the plural verb. These 2 points you need to keep in your mind. There is another point. Finite verbs play the main role, main verb in the sentence. So these are the 3 points you need to remember. These 3 points play an important role in order to identify finite verbs. First point is they help us to identify the tense of an action, and finite verbs agree to the subject. Third point, they play the main verb of the sentence, right? So you might want to know what are finite verbs. So we'll discuss, okay? Here are all finite verbs. Be forms: am, is, are, was, were, will. Do forms: do, does, did, done, doing. Have forms: have, has, had, having. And modal verbs, finally main verbs. These are all finite verbs. They help us to identify the tense. First point. Second one, finite verbs agree to the subject of the sentence. Second point. Third point is they play the main verb of the sentence. We'll discuss examples to get clarity, okay? So whenever we discuss examples, we will be able to understand any topic or concept easily. So we'll get into examples, okay? I have taken 5 examples to make you understand what are finite verbs, okay? Please pay attention. He is a student. So in this sentence, he is finite verb. He is a student. This sentence is in present simple. First point is done. It helps us to identify the tense. Second one, he is a singular pronoun, right? And it is followed by singular verb, that is finite verb. He is. He is singular and is singular finite verb. He is a student. And in this sentence, there is no another verb. He is a student. Is the only finite verb in the sentence, and it acts as the main verb in the sentence. 3 points are done, right? I hope you have understood. You are watching my video. So in this sentence is in present continuous, and you is singular or plural, second person, and watching is the verb and it acts as the main verb in the sentence. You are watching my video. So they wrote all exams well. The sentence is in past simple. I was playing cricket at 5 p.m. This sentence is in past continuous tense. You will speak better English. So it is in future simple. So these examples are clear, right? So I was playing cricket. Here I means singular pronoun, and it is followed by past be form, that is was. I was playing cricket at 5 p.m. Here playing is the main verb and it is the finite verb. So remember, first point, finite verbs help us to identify the tense. When you look at a sentence, if you are able to identify the tense of the sentence, means that is the finite verb. I hope these examples are clear. And according to the subject, we have to use the finite verbs. So they wrote here, they means plural, plural third person. That's why I have used wrote, right, wrote, written, right. So I was playing cricket at 5 p.m. You will speak better English. These are all, in these examples, there are finite verbs. I have put them in blue color. These are all finite verbs. I hope these examples are clear. We'll get into non-finite verbs, okay? Non-finite verbs. What are non-finite verbs? So they function as nouns, adjectives, adverbs, subjects, objects. So the only difference is, so they have different functions. When it comes to finite verbs, so we are able to identify the tense, right? And when it comes to non-finite verbs, so they have different functions. So they play the role of nouns, adjectives, adverbs, subjects, objects, right? This is the first point. So they have different functions in the sentence. Second point, they take the help of finite verbs to complete the meaning of the sentence. We use finite verbs like so in order to complete the meaning of the sentence, so we require finite verbs. We need to use the finite verbs. So they look like verbs, but they are not verbs. So they are derived from verbs, but they are not verbs. They have different functions. Remember, non-finite verbs play the role of nouns, adjectives, adverbs, subjects, objects. And in finite, non-finite verbs, we have total 4 types. We'll get into that, okay? Remember, just keep in your mind. They function as, they have different functions. This is the first point. Second point, they take the, non-finite verbs. So they take the help of finite verbs in order to complete the meaning of the sentence. That's it. If you remember these 2 points, you will be able to identify non-finite verbs. So no need to worry. I'll make videos on that. So upcoming videos will be related to non-finite verbs. So I'm going to focus on non-finite verbs a lot. So we'll discuss types of non-finite verbs, okay? Look at the types of non-finite verbs. So there are infinitives, gerunds, present participle, past participle. So these are all the 4 types of non-finite verbs. First, I will start with the infinitives. What are infinitives? So in this video, I'm not going to focus on a lot on infinitives. So next video will be on infinitives. Just to understand what are infinitives, we'll discuss a couple of examples, okay? So look at these verbs. Eat, dance, play, cook, prepare, jump, read, write, watch, bowl, cry, etc. These are all base verbs, right? So if I say to play, to watch, to jump, to eat, to dance, to write, to cook, to prepare, if I add to before base verbs, we call them infinitives. So no need to get confused. I'll be making videos on that. Just to make you understand, I have taken these examples. Remember, these are all base verbs or V1 form of the verb. Base verbs, right? I hope you are able to understand what are finite verbs and infinite verbs. So in this video, so I have taught you only finite verbs. So upcoming videos will be on non-finite verbs. We have total 4 types, right? Gerunds, infinitives, present participle, past participle. They have different functions. They are not verbs. They look like verbs, but they are not verbs. The reason is they function as nouns, adjectives, adverbs, objects, subjects. They have different functions. They have different usages. That's why we call them non-finite verbs. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the channel and share it to your friends. Thanks for watching.